I don't know what I may appear to the world, but to myself. I seem to have been only like a boy playing on the seashore, and diverting myself in now and then finding a smoother pebble or a prettier shell than ordinary, whilst the great ocean of truth lay all undiscovered before me. Isaac Newton. Today I will present you one of the personalities that have changed the world, Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton was born in England on January 4, 1643. His father, a farmer who was also named Isaac Newton, had died 3 months before his birth. His mother remarried when Isaac was 3 years old and left young Isaac in the care of his grandparents. Isaac attended school where he was an adequate student. At one point, his mother tried to take him out of school so she could help on the farm. But Isaac had no interest in becoming a farmer and was soon back at school. Isaac grew up mostly alone for the rest of his life. He would prefer to work and live alone, focus on his writing and his studies. In 1661, Isaac began to attend college at Cambridge. He would spend much of his life at Cambridge, becoming a professor of mathematics and a fellow of the Royal Society. He eventually was elected to represent Cambridge University as a member of Parliament. Isaac had to leave Cambridge for 1665 to 1667 because of the Great Plague. He spent these 2 years in studying and developing his theories on calculus, gravity, and the laws of motion. Newton became the warden of the Royal Mint in London. He was elected president of the Royal Society and was knighted by Queen Anne. In 1687, Newton published his most important work called The Mathematical Principles of Natural Philosophy. Derivatives, integrals, and other non-existent concepts of mathematics were needed to complete the most well-known and fundamental work in the history of physics. In this work, he described the 3 laws of motion as well as the law of universal gravity. This work would go down as one of the most important works in the history of science. It not only introduced the theory of gravity, but defined the principles of modern physics. Isaac Newton made many scientific discoveries and inventions throughout his career. Some of the most important and famous ones are gravity. Newton is probably most famous for discovering gravity. His theory about gravity helped to explain the movements of the planets and the sun. This theory is known today as Newton's law of universal gravitation. In addition, he invented the Newton's law of motion, which were 3 fundamental laws of physics that laid the foundation for classical mechanics. What is more, Newton invented a whole new type of mathematics which he called fluxions. Today we call this math calculus, and it is an important type of math used in advanced engineering and science. Finally, Newton invented the reflecting telescope. This type of telescope uses mirrors to reflect light and form an image. Nearly all of the major telescopes used in astronomy today are reflecting telescopes.